What's up, gamers? This is Staff PlayStation Gamer. Yes, this is my coveted PlayStation water bottle. Today, we're talking about Harman Smith. Yes, from now on, you will get your weekly dosage of Harman Smith salt. Because what can I say? This salt mine is constantly in production. There's old salt, there's new salt, there's salt that's coming in the future. Because for some reason, this dipshit schedules his, permits. But let's talk about Harman Smith, Famitsu, Japan, and game journalists. Because this is some extra spicy salt. You're going to need to actually make sure you break this shit up right. Because if you don't, you got to get a little bit extra kick. So caution, this salt might be a little hard to swallow at first.
Those of you who have been paying attention to the sort of goings-ons in the Japanese gaming sphere may have been aware that Famitsu, the formerly very well-respected gaming journalist magazine, recently released a official poll detailing Japan's top 100 favorite games of all time. And I didn't really make a video about this because I just...
Oh God, ladies, better get ready. I think this man's about to drop his pants for you. Seriously. Look at this man. Look at this man. Does this not look like every basement-dwelling loser you imagine? Hey, Fanboy, every time you imagine a fanboy, I want you guys to imagine Harman Smith from now on. Because he looks like a fanboy. Look at this man. Got his glasses. He's wearing a striped shirt. He's wearing his pajama. This is what you wear when you're around. I'm not saying you're pretend I'm a fashion guru, but at the same freaking time, I'm not wearing two completely different wearing clothes. Don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm wearing black pants, black sweatshirt, black t-shirt, black beanie. This is because that's what I wear when I do videos. This is what I wear when I do live streams because I want you guys to keep it consistent. And yes, my tongue's blue. I just realized that. Holy shit. This is what happens when you drink Mountain Dew Frost Blast. But yeah, seriously, look at this guy. Look at him. Ladies, are your pants dropped? Guys, are your pants dropped? Because this man looks like a pussy slayer, right? He looks the kind of guy who doesn't need to look for a girl because the girls come to him. Okay, that's what he thinks. Well, let's continue on. Something about Famitsu Top 100? We'll see. We'll see if this, Top 100 list really is worth paying attention to.
Kind of forgot about it, but the list is dominated by Nintendo games. Look at this. Number 1, Breath of the Wild. 2, Dragon Quest V, which is a Super Nintendo game. Final Fantasy VII, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Splatoon 2, Dragon Quest III, an NES game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy X, and Super Mario Bros. 3. So out of 8 out of 10 of those games are Nintendo exclusive. The others are ports on Nintendo consoles. It is obvious. Japan fucking loves Nintendo. PlayStation, nowhere in sight. In fact, it's kind of notable to me that Nintendo seems to be the only company that's putting out new games that is resonating with anyone right now.
You serious?
So, just because Famitsu puts out a list of games that are top 100 favorite Japan games of all time, that means no games are resonating with fans. Well, if that was the case, and here's an important thing to note here, why are people excited for God of War Ragnarok? Why are people excited for Horizon Forbidden West? Why are some people excited for Forspoken? Why are some people excited to play Guardians of the Galaxy? Why are some people excited to play new season of Fortnite? So, let's get this straight. We're going to judge what people like based on one country that does have a overwhelming favoritism towards one company because that one company tends to favor that one country. Do you see the problem here? You're making these observations that are stupid. They're stupid because you're essentially saying no one else matters. No one else matters. Only Japan matters because only Japan would put out a top 100 list. Well, you know what? They're harmy poo. I think Europe and America, China, other countries, they might have something to say about some of their favorite games there too. But I wouldn't expect much different from a complete Nintendo retard because all you're going to do is sit there, stroke Nintendo, and you're kind of using certain facts as a favor for this imaginary console war because you're above this, right? You're author. You're like a high established author. You're one of the peaks of writing. The peaks of writing. George R. R. Martin himself bows to you, good sir. But you're not below doing this console war crap. But you think you are. So, just saying. And guys, this salt's going to get extra spicy soon. Get ready.
In particular, it's safe to say Breath of the Wild absolutely deserves to be in the top 10. Like, at the very least. It's been too long since this game has come out. It's too well regarded. I love it, right? In spite of all the radical changes it made to the Zelda formula, I acknowledge it as one of the all-time greats. Like, a true revolutionary open-world RPG. And yet, I consistently see motherfuckers like Niche Gamer try and tout this bullshit narrative, this ridiculous passive-aggressive commentary in regards to what should be a momentous occasion, like celebrating one of the most popular games in gaming. The fact that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was crowned the greatest home console game of all time is certainly interesting. Our own review thoroughly analyzed the game at the time and found it decent at best, but certainly not a genre-defining masterpiece people claim it to be.
You saw it. That is the purest anger salt I have ever seen from Harman Smith. Boys, what do you say about this? What do you say about a man-child who literally cannot accept the craziest thought that maybe someone else doesn't like the same game he likes? Do you really think this man's mature? Do you really think he has the emotional maturity of an adult? Because I don't think he does. I think he has the emotional maturity of a fucking teenager. If you are so upset that Niche Gamer didn't like the Breath of the Wild and made apparently like an article or something about it, then don't subscribe to Niche Gamer. It's that simple. You don't have to follow. See, but in Harman Smith's world, if you are tarnishing the legacy of Zelda or Nintendo, he has to come in White Knight. I will stop the scoundrel. How dare he say Breath of the Wild is not that good. Don't besmirch the Nintendo brand. Harman, grow up. You have the emotional maturity of a teenager. And not even a smart teenager. A dumb one. I'm a special needs class. I couldn't pass first grade without help. That's your emotional maturity. You don't like the same games I do. That's Harman Smith.
You are a complete delusional faggot. You fool.
First, no cursing on the premises. There's a million words out there. And the man who needs to resort to fuck this and fuck that is just ignorant or lazy.
Oh!
You have no idea. You have been consistently downplaying just how well made this game is, how well crafted it is, how organic the gameplay is, how it like implements the open world into like the exploration, like that sense of discovery that's been unmatched in basically every game ever. Like, what the fuck are you even arguing is better than it? Let's look at the review.
I can think of one game that's had open world elements that I thought were done the best. And I'm going to say it, Red Dead Redemption 2. I think Red Dead Redemption 2, when it comes to its open world stuff, is actually the best in the industry. Much as I sit here and do not like Rockstar. I do not like Rockstar past, I do not like Rockstar current. I will give them credit where credit is due. Red Dead 2, when it comes to its open world elements and its story, are fantastic. Red Dead 2, like, in my opinion, is the pinnacle of open world games. Yeah, it's a little slow. Yeah, the story takes a while to pick up, but that's what a good story does. It takes a while to get really into it because it's an open world game. There's a lot to do. There are things you cannot do in Breath of the Wild that you could do in Red Dead 2. You can literally follow an NPC around for a whole day, and you'll see their routine. You'll see them go home, eat lunch, you'll see them work, and all that stuff. You don't get that in Breath of the Wild. Sorry, just a fact.
I don't want to give them clicks, but let's see. It's like the Harry Potter thing, right? Like everyone always says that, like, oh man, there's better fantasy out there, or way better books. Where are they? Name them. I don't see anyone.
Better fantasy books. Lord of the Rings. Dude, is that debatable? Lord of the Rings, one of the best series of books ever made. Better fantasy books. You know, also, I don't actually read that much. But you know what I can tell you is better than Breath of the Wild? In my opinion, The Last of Us Part 2. Might not agree with that, but that's the thing about opinions. Everyone is allowed to have an opinion, and it's up to you if you agree or disagree and how you respond to that. So how are you going to respond when someone else says that, oh, I like this game more than Breath of the Wild? You're going to act like a child, because that's all you do. You respond like a child, you act like a child.
Really? Naming a single open world game that even comes close to matching this. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, failure. Cyberpunk 2077, failure. Skyrim, failure. Morrowind, like nobody fucking plays Morrowind. What exactly are you trying to do? Who exactly are you trying to fool? Trying to call Breath of the Wild decent at best. Like, you're a joke. All game journalists are a joke. No one respects you. No one likes you. No one cares about what you think. You are completely ignorant. And everyone needs to understand that there's no disputing this. Nothing.
So yeah, that's the video. I did edit out this last bit of part because I was kind of sitting there just jerking off Breath of the Wild a little too much, and honestly, how am I going to respond to that? So the last bit here, he says the journalists don't matter, all that stuff. I'm going to actually save a bit of that clip for later. I do agree that like journalists don't matter to me, but I do think they do have some impact on people's takes on games. Because I could tell you for a fact, I heard a lot of people saying Guardians of the Galaxy was a good game, and I saw it on sale. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. And game journalists, let's be real here. Game journalists do play favorites. They do have some stupid criteria for, articles and shit. But niche gamer doesn't really come off as a game journalist like, otaku and shit like that. They come off as more like they're just niche gamers. They just have niche taste. And maybe they don't like everything Nintendo puts out. That's why Harman Smith doesn't like them. Because they don't like everything Nintendo puts out. And I actually kind of gotta admit, I actually like that. I actually like there is a website out there like, yeah, maybe this game ain't the best of all time. Because, quite freaking frankly, it's just not up to their taste. But yeah, typical Harman Smith shit. Can't accept anyone else has a different opinion, so they're fake, they're phonies, they're the losers, even though he's the YouTuber sitting there crying, bitching and moaning about them not liking certain games. I mean, what's more pathetic? A YouTube channel that makes videos crying, bitching and moaning about game journalists not liking the game he likes, or the journalists themselves? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube algorithm BS. Until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. I'll tell you guys, this is just pure entertainment. That rage moment, save that for later. Peace out. Have a good day.